everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Jennifer Janelle. I am back on YouTube. I know it's been a long time coming. There's just been so much that has happened this year. Everything from Glam Masters to, you know, just work and everything else. It's been crazy. We moved, and so things have just been absolutely nuts, and I'm finally just like able to sit down and film, and I'm so excited. Okay, so today I'm so excited. I think I was literally not one of the first, because I did see that Crispy already got the Born This Way concealers, but I got them yesterday, and as soon as I saw them and that there was nobody on YouTube yet who had tried to review them, I was like, I have to get a video up. So I'm really excited to show you guys how it works. I'm going to be wearing it throughout the day. I'm going to be heading down to Orange County later, so you guys are really going to see if it like holds up to the test. I am super, like, I'm such a concealer junkie, and I'm always like on the hunt for the next best concealer. I need something that's full coverage, something that's waterproof, something that's not gonna smudge or smear or fall into creases or make me look like I have even more wrinkles. Do you know what I mean? So I'm always on the hunt for something that literally is just like life-changing and goals, and something that will help with not just concealing like under eyes and brightening and everything, but something that will do it all, and something that will also help you guys, because I know I used to really use concealers for concealing things like pimples and stuff. So I'm always looking for something that is super full coverage, doesn't look cakey, doesn't look messy, super easy to use, and I'm super excited to try this. I'm just gonna give you guys my honest opinion as somebody who like has problem skin and somebody who really uses concealer to like transform. So that is going to be my like first impressions, and you guys are gonna kind of see how it works on my skin and how it looks and everything. So I really hope you guys enjoy this, and if you want to see my first impressions on the new Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer, then keep watching. Okay, so I know my face looks a little bit crazy right now because I haven't done my contour, I haven't done concealer, I haven't done highlighter, I haven't done blush, I haven't done lipstick, I haven't done anything else. Bottom lashes, liner, nothing. Okay, so it's pretty huge. Let me back up to this. I'm so excited for this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it in the frame. This is all of them. It's crazy. So the Born This Way foundation is a super coverage, multi-use sculpting concealer. It conceals, contours, highlights, and retouches with our brand new super coverage long wear natural finish concealer infused with coconut water to keep skin hydrated for a photo ready complexion. Plus, fully loaded pigments provide maximum coverage with an undetectable finish for a look so flawless they'll think you're born this way. So let's put this baby to the test. Disclaimer, I've never actually tried the Born This Way foundation. Don't hate me, but I've never tried it. I just never got around to it. It's never been sent to me. It's just never like come onto my lap. But the foundation that I do love and use almost every single day, swear by, live by, can't live without, is the Too Faced Peach Perfect. And I'm wearing it in Sand right now. So I think it's really good to be able to use a product from the same brand to see really how it blends with the other products and see how well it works. Now, I wanted to tell you guys that I have not used the Born This Way foundation, because I know that a lot of times these types of products, when they're made similarly, they do better together. Now, that is exactly why I wanted to tell you guys, is because I don't have the Born This Way foundation here to compare it to and to see like how it blends and if it, you know, kind of like melts together and how it goes together and how the shade range compares. So I'm really not sure. So what I'm going to do is kind of just pick out and swatch a few colors. I generally like my concealer to be lighter than like my foundation, just because I really like a really dramatic brightening effect. I know people think that I look crazy, but I don't care. So I'm going to be using the shade Vanilla, and I'm going to do my regular like rest of my face routine. I'm pretty much going to do my concealer, I'm going to do my contour. I'm going to try contouring with these two just because I do a cream contour, so I want to see like how it functions and how it performs. So yeah, let's get started. I really like these applicators. They like make life so much easier because they just like get into all the good spots. I know I look super crazy right now. So one of the things I really look for in new concealers that I'm trying is, it's been really hard for me to find concealers that will cover up my broken capillaries, and I like those things just popped up on my face one day, and I read that they're from like sun damage, and unfortunately like I don't even go out in the sun that much, mostly because like skin cancer runs in my family. I really try to double up on sunscreen because I just like am over paranoid and I get sunburned easy, and I just don't want wrinkles and everything else. You guys know what I mean. So anyways, I really like this concealer so far. This is it's super full coverage. Wow. Okay. So I'm just going to take a damp beauty blender and start to blend it out. I just can't believe how full coverage it is. Wow. I really do like how it just melts into the skin. Oh my gosh. It's really flawless. I might have gone a shade too light, but I can blend it out. But like I said, I really like that really bright under eye look. I'm curious to see how this wears throughout the day, because that is my thing with concealers is, are they waterproof? Are they gonna hold up? Are they gonna crease? Are they gonna like really get messy with my mascara? And so I'm really excited to see how this performs. So far, I really like it. It's very, very flawless. I like that you can really get it into all the nooks and crannies. It like spreads fast, you know what I mean? It doesn't look like it's settling into anything. Yeah. It covers my broken capillaries pretty good. Now, broken capillaries are probably like one of the most difficult things to cover. Like super, super difficult to cover. I have yet to really find something that does that amazing. So I am actually just gonna go in with one more tiny dot just on my broken capillaries, just so I can see if it will do the same. And I'm just gonna leave it there for a second, because I feel like all concealers, they are better once they are warmed up on the skin and you just like let it sit there and bake for a minute. I don't know, that's just me personally. I feel like that gives them a second to not dry, but just like melt a little bit more and adjust to the warmth of your skin, because otherwise they're too wet and they spread too quickly. I don't know, that's just me. So I'm going to find a shade to do now with my contour. This is probably one of my more difficult things, and I actually stopped doing cream contour for a really long time because I just felt like I could never get it right, and so I started just doing powder contour. But recently I've really delved back into it just because I really love the way it looks, but it can end up looking so splotchy as soon as you leave the house, and so like unflattering that I just kind of have been like messing around with different products. There's really very few products that can like really give a flawless application. So I think this shade actually would do pretty well. It has like an olive undertone. This is Butterscotch. Yeah, I think that's dark enough. I don't want it to be too dark. Okay, I'm gonna blend out that tiny little dot that I put on my broken capillary. Oh, see? Yeah, that did the trick. Broken capillary gone. Just blend the rest of that out. And I will show you guys how I contour my nose too with concealer and everything. Okay, So this is the shade Butterscotch. And I'm just gonna use the applicator and see how it goes. The other thing about like my thing with cream concealers is that they sometimes pick up your foundation, and that really like, ugh. And sometimes you really can't see it and you're lighting at home, and then when you go out you realize you just have this huge like missing line of, nobody wants that. So I'm here to rule it out and see how it wears. Now the Too Faced Sweet Peach foundation usually is pretty good at holding up once it dries, so nothing usually can be picked up on it. Oh yeah, it feels like it's getting darker already. I really like to be super bronzy. I'm actually super pale right now because I'm trying out a new self tanner, and it like, it takes a few applications to get you dark, which I'm actually like, but it's supposed to last like 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm hoping that after like tomorrow's application, I'll be as dark as I want to be, and it'll last for 2 to 3 weeks. So we'll see. So yeah, I usually just carve out my whole face. Oh, that was a lot. It gives you a lot of product right on like the applicator, so you really can like spread it out. Let's see. Oh, see? There's a lot. And this stuff, like a little goes a really long way. I shouldn't even be using the applicator. I should just use a brush and take a little bit off, because it's a lot and I don't want to waste it. Yeah, this color is nice. Yeah, they have a huge shade range. Oh, I really like this. This color. It's really hard for me to find concealers for my contour that match my undertone. So, thank you, Too Faced, for making a shade that adapts so well to my skin for us olive undertoned people. I literally used to think like, who has a green undertone? Like, what's wrong with me? I remember thinking that for a long time. I was like, why do I have a green undertone skin? I can't find any foundation in my shade. Not one. Okay. I hope I didn't let this sit too long. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in. This is my favorite brush to like blend out a contour with. It's the BH Cosmetics. It's from the Pink Marble collection. It is brush number 1, and it's a curved, it's a angled like bronzing brush, and I'm just gonna blend it out. And I really like using this brush because it just kind of presses it into the skin. It doesn't really allow anything to be picked up, so that's why I use this to contour versus like a beauty blender or anything. It's because I don't want it to be picked up. Okay, well, it blends out really nice. Wow. I was worried because sometimes like with concealers, when they sit too long, they dry really fast and you end up not being able to blend them out, because then they're like, you know, some just really dry very fast. Wow. It looks like I have a filter on. This is such a difficult part for me to contour. I'm really loving it. Like, it really looks so flawless. My forehead, I always have an area like issues with because it's just like so textured that like I really have to make sure it's super smooth. Okay, let me blend my nose contour out. This is a IT Cosmetics for Ulta brush. I don't know what it's called because I got it literally like 6 years ago when I worked at Ulta in gratis, and it's like the only brush that I can use to blend out my nose contour. If anything ever happens to this brush and they've discontinued it, I will die. So, and I have a very strange nose, so I feel like it's really difficult. See how it blends. This is the tricky part when you do such a bright under eye, is blending your contour on your nose out to it. But it seems to be doing it really nicely. I'm so shocked. I'm actually really loving the color tones. Like, I'm so shocked at how... I guess I'm not completely shocked because Too Faced does make legit stuff. But I'm just like blown away at how full coverage and how like it's not cakey. It's super smooth, creamy, and it just looks like butter on your skin. Like, it looks like I have a filter on, but I have no filter. This is actually the camera that I don't like using because it shows everything. So, but I really wanted it to film that with it today so you guys could really get the best, you know, look at the product and how it works. And now I have this tiny bump only on one side of my nose that I usually like to correct after, just because it irritates the heck out of me. We all have those things about our face. It's so funny. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with vanilla just to highlight my nose because it's starting to look a little dark up in there. I don't go all the way up to my forehead just because I feel like it always looks so splotchy and freakish on me. Okay. Let me pull my hair back so you guys can see. I just need a clip. Oh, God. It's always right in front of my face. Just so everyone knows. I look for clips, hair ties, eyelashes 10 times a day. Okay, so I'm gonna go from left to right so you guys can see like completely. I know my neck doesn't match right now. I'm waiting for this tan to develop and then it will in about 3 hours, so don't hate me. But this is what the concealer looks like all together, all blended out before, focus, before any type of powder, highlight, anything. So far, I'm impressed. This actually, like, if it holds up throughout the day, this is gonna be my new. So, I'm gonna go ahead and bake with my fave, which is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I'm not a crazy baker. I really just do it under my eyes, and I'll show you how I do it. I actually really try to stay away from other parts because then my highlight doesn't blend or anything like that. So I really take it like this, and I'm super weird. The side that has powder on it, I leave it away, and then I go like this and I press it on the outer part because I don't want it to come down here because that is how your highlight looks super crappy. So, and your girl can't go without highlight just for some bake. So I gotta have it all. So I just keep it right there in the inner areas. And then I usually put some right in here just because I really like to help bake my contour a little bit more on my nose. It's a really weird movement. I don't know how to explain it, but you just kind of roll the blender so that it like presses up on the under eye. And then you really just get like a really nice under eye area. So usually what I do, I don't know, this just really works for me, is I do my under eye shadow after I've put powder on. The reason is because it just comes out a little bit more flawless, and I don't know, I just like the way it looks. And it also helps it to stay longer and blend longer, and it just doesn't rub off so quickly. So I'm going to do the rest of that, and then I will be right back. So one thing I actually forgot to do was I conceal under my brows, and they look super funky, and I almost forgot because I usually do it like when I'm doing my brows, which is like first. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick. That's another big thing for me. I don't know why I forgot, but is like how a concealer helps to really like clean up a brow, and I love the way it looks. I just love that like flawless brow look. So I'm gonna go ahead and see how it works. Oh, it looks so good. I usually don't do this after I've done eyeshadow, only because like I don't want to mess up the blend of my eyeshadow. But I think as long as I'm just like very careful and really just like press and blend it out with my fingers, I'll be good. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, I think that the cleaned up brow is still like everything. It just like, look at the before and after. Before, after. The skin is just like transformed. I really like that this concealer like does well with any tool. It does well with the beauty blender, it does well with your finger, it just does well with a brush. Like, it really doesn't matter what it is, it does really well. So I'm impressed. So okay, I went ahead, did my under eyes, did my mascara and everything, and I usually do that while I'm baking so that my mascara, what I usually let happen is I bake and then I do my mascara, and then what I'll do is I'll brush the bake away, and I will make sure that as I'm brushing, I'm letting the brush and the powder hit the bottoms of my lashes. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but that's what I do so that my mascara doesn't like touch the bottoms of my under eyes and it like runs, you know what I mean? That's kind of the way I prevent it with like every mascara. I know not every mascara does it, but a lot of them do. So I'm just gonna take this MAC 140S brush and lightly start to blend it out. I'm very gentle because, like I said, I really don't carry it down here. But I really just like, it's kind of like blotting. I just blot underneath the lashes so that they like don't run. So I think what I'm going to do today, because I really want to test like the full magnitude of this concealer, is I don't think I'm going to set it with powder. I really like the way it looks without setting powder. So I really want to see like what it's capable of without it, if it will hold up or if it's gonna like move around. So make sure you're following me on Instagram, because I'm going to like put stories and talk about it a little bit on there. So for now, I'm just going to highlight. I'm going to do some blush and some lipstick, and then I'm heading out for the day. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. I'm trying out this new Elcie Cosmetics Skin Reflector in Golden Haze. It is so pretty, you guys. These are like the most luxurious looking. Oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous. So this is Golden Haze, and I'm just gonna go in with like a B Bella NG303 brush, and I'm just gonna highlight. But I always wet my brush. I have to. just feel like any highlight just works really good. Oh, this is so pretty. Wait, did you see that? I barely touched my skin. I'm done. That is insane. I like that there's like different stripes in this palette and you can kind of swirl them all together, or you can just like, you know, use one little stripey. And there's like a bronze shade at the end that you can kind of mix in to make it darker too. I just used like these shades right here. I didn't even dabble into this one yet, but I really like it. Wow, that's so gorgeous. Now I'm just going to go ahead and highlight my nose and like my brow bone, the inner corners, all the areas that we just want to look pretty. So gorgeous. I really love this. I'll be using that a lot more. So that is pretty much my first impressions of the Born This Way concealer. So like I said, feel free to follow me on Instagram so you can see how it holds up throughout the day. I'm definitely going to be updating you guys because like I said, I'm going to be heading out to Orange County tonight. So if you guys have been to Orange County down by the beach, it's really humid. So I'm really going to put it to the test tonight, and it's hot today because this is California. So I'm definitely going to be able to put it to the test and see how well it works, see if it holds up, see if it puts up with sweat and just, you know, sea air and everything. So we will see. And thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below in the comments what kind of videos you guys want to see coming up. I apologize so much for not being as active on here. One of the things that really set me back was moving. I had to figure out my whole new filming setup, and it's just been really tricky because every room is set up different. The windows are in different places, the doors are in different places, the closets are in different places, so it's finding a wall that I can film on and, you know, finding which way is easy for me to just sit down and film. But I definitely am wanting to be back on YouTube a lot more for you guys. So I'm trying this new setup out today, and I think it's working, and I think it's going to be pretty easy to manage. So here's hoping that I will be able to be a lot more active because I think I've simplified like my setup. Anyways, yes, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.